Kia ora whānau, we're back here at Civic Square. You can see in the background people are starting to gather. We've got a small group just over here. If you're looking for us, we're just down there. You can see the kaitiaki there with the orange fluoro vest on. And someone's got a sign there as well. Again, we still don't have much of a police presence. I've only seen one officer walking around. So I guess they're not going to be guiding you guys to our location today, Aroha mai. So you just have to look out for us yourself. So I've just met a woman in person here this morning who has been following my live streams ever since Parliament, and we've actually just met in person. It's been so great because I have seen her commenting quite a lot. We've had chats, and she's just arrived. So I'll introduce Kat. This is Kat. Kia ora. Let's just slap that down a little bit.
Shorty. Hi, kia ora, I'm Kat.
Where have you come from, Kat?
Manawatu.
Manawatu.
Awatuni, Palmerston.
Palmerston North, sorry. Geographically challenged. Palmerston North, awesome.
So building, but don't hold that against me.
So you travelled through this morning or last night?
Just for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Work commitments, but I just come down and show some support and meet you. Because as I've said to you before, I'm so grateful that we're getting this true media coverage.
So appreciate that.
And so much has been filtered. They're only showing what they want, and I think it's so important for us, especially at Parliament, that couldn't be there. I had other commitments, and to be able to feel like I was a part of it, right there and watching you live. And
running through the action with me. There was a lot of running, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god. Te tira watu whānau. We can start welcoming the manuhiri. No mai hara mai. So it looks like we do have some fluoro vest guys here to look out for to see where we are. So hey.
Someone asked me the other day, why did protesters become violent? And I said, for a start, it was a small minority. But I think after you take into consideration that most people that came to the Parliament occupation were already suffering PTSD, loss of jobs, deterioration of mental health, sometimes lost due to suicides, etc. I said, so you put PTSD, then you've got the being ignored, frustration at being ignored, not just by the government, but also by mainstream media. Basically, we're just not going to look at you, we're not going to address you. I think combine that with the tactics. I think some of it was sleep deprivation. Definitely, tried to deprive you guys of your sleep.
Absolutely.
And
those headaches every day, they were very real. I can definitely attest to that. I'm not going to go into whether it was EMF related or anything else. All I can say is my experience was horrible. Those headaches were intense every day. So it's got to take a toll on people, and I think with regards to the violence that people saw at Parliament, I think people need to remember that on that day, everything started with the police well before 6 a.m. And I believe the brick throwing didn't happen until 6 at night?
Exactly.
12 hours later.
Yes.
So, you push people, and I mean, how far is too much to take before people start rebelling? I mean, yes, I do believe there were people there just to cause problems and just to cause trouble, and again, I think that comes down to just groups of people with different opinions, different agendas, and different mindsets coming there for different reasons. So we've got Mana News up there, so if you want another live stream to check out today, there they are doing their thing. Pairawa. I haven't seen JP or Conserve NZ here as yet, and we've got our friend Aroha mai. I have forgotten his name, but he is here working on a long-term documentary about protests. So he's been doing a lot of interviews and filming. He's not releasing any footage yet, but we will look out for that in the future. A few people have been commenting that our friend Ben here looks like Clark Gayford, so if anyone's looking for him, we've found him. He's right here. Come and say hello.
As you all know, the theme today is economic devastation, and everyone here has probably been affected by that. Everyone in New Zealand has been, and it's only going to get worse. So I thought today we'll go and take it to the places where this is relevant. So we're going to walk from here, we're going to go down the road to the Ministry of Business, and we're just going to stand quietly outside We've got a lunch coming to us there, so we'll get sandwiches and water and all the stuff so we can eat there. And then if anyone wants to talk about how it's affected them, then that would be your chance. And we're on.
Awesome, thank you so much. Alright, let's go whānau, hikoi atu. I've just noticed that this lady has got a sheep around her, and she's got a wee sign there, do not insult me by calling some human sheeple, I have more intelligence. Oh, ka pai. Yes, in the mandates. Beautiful. I just realised that I left my juice and my washing back at Civic Square, but Kat has kindly picked it up for me, which is beautiful. I can see our whānau just waiting at the corner up there. So Mana News is getting a little bit of abuse from a
I don't need a dollar. You have a dollar with everybody. Are you rich? Go away.
You're like sheeple.
You are being selfish because it's not worth it. I don't care about the vendor. Anything no.
oh, poor man. Anywho, we'll go and catch up with the rest of the crew. That's alright. So whānau, if you're late for today's protest and you still want to come down, just head straight down here to the Ministry of Business. We've got kai, we've got water, we've got all the usual stuff here. Oh, we've got juice boxes as well today. More muesli bars. Man, who's behind all these sandwich making? All the sandwiches that come in? Who makes all those? Do you actually make them all? Bro.
I do it all, man.
I do want to shout out to whoever keeps supplying the food. Okay, so come on, really, who makes the sandwiches? The what? Oh, we're not going to say on live right now?
I was eating with my mouth open.
Oh, you managed to say that all right. Come on, which truth is it, mate? Which truth is it?
If you can't see my mouth moving, it doesn't matter.
So you can say that, but you can't answer the question. Come on now. You're sounding a little bit like a few other people I know dodging questions.
The lovely people up at the headquarters every day.
The lovely people at the headquarters every day. Okay, they're making the sandwiches for us, so we'll put it down to that. It looks like, you know, under pressure, that's all the information we could get right now, whānau. The sandwiches come from HQ.
The other lady's name's Tracy.
Shout out Glennis and Tracy. Shout out to all the ladies who have been baking.
Yeah, you know.
Now I know. I know how hard to push for the questions is what I know.
I'll answer the question.
No, I'm
I'll
joking.
give you all the info.
Thank you. Just humour, whānau. Just
Janine.
humour.
Yes, I did. Now we give you pie and then come along here and then we'll have a bit of a talk. Thank you.
Aroha mai, Ruth, I just missed that message. What were we saying just now? Sorry?
If everyone gets some kai and then we're going to come down and stand in front of the building.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay. And what's the plan? Are we just holding our signs silently,
Yep.
sharing stories,
Yeah.
that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Ruth. Oh, what's the matter? No pigeons to chase? Huh? You got no pigeons? Mummy is still working. I'm sorry, baby. She's been well looked after. Thank you so much, guys.
He was like, you selfish moron, people don't wear the mask. And I just showed it to him and said, you sheeple. He insulted us first. Hello. On behalf of the New Zealand Street protest.
We love puppies, don't we? Hi, darling.
Good morning.
Morena, how are you?
Not very well. How
Any
are you?
chance I could get you to hold my camera while I set up my tripod?
Of course, you're
Thank
still
you so
running?
much.
You're still reeling?
Yeah, it's pointed at your face now.
Oh, how
just so
are
you
you?
know.
Morena, whānau.
We've
Nice
got
to be
so
here.
many camera helpers here. It's
I'm
great.
glad I got to watch you to know a bit. You've been trying to keep my finger on the pulse before I got here.
Oh.
It's hard finding info. You
Thank
know?
you for
so
watching.
I appreciate it. You bring that up. There's not a lot to say. You know? So, thank you.
Kia ora whānau, just fixing up this tripod so I can have something to eat. Everyone's munching and it's making me hungry.
Just go to the van and let our viewers see that once again the team is very well resourced and well set up, and with us people, you know, it's number one's the kai and water too with these humid days. And
Mate, you should have been a camera operator.
oh, I did photography for a couple of years. I was in a studio called
Really?
Art Photography up in Toll Street.
That's
I
awesome.
went to art school as well. It was
Really?
Yeah. So I love the camera. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, do you want to walk around a bit while I have something to eat?
Sure.
You
Absolutely.
The only thing is you've got to stay away from that speaker, otherwise the live feed will be cut off.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I am just handing over my camera.
Yeah. Can you just grab me one of the Ribena boxes?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let me just
awesome.
plug this in, otherwise
Yeah,
that
we're
will
away.
go.
Okay, cool. So it's just showing whānau how we're well resourced here. The van's largely stocked with beautifully made salad rolls. We've got, here's the brother. We've got, you know, picnic bars and muesli bars to sustain. Look
For you.
at that. Look at that. How about that? Serving the temporary camera worker. I'm just trying to give a hand here while our beautiful friend takes some lunch from the awesome mahi she's been doing this morning. And you know, it's people like our camera woman and the kaitiaki here. There's our kaitiaki taking care of our kai today. It's because of these guys and our camera woman here, our friend here. Your name is, darling?
Kia ora, Zeb. Zeb is my name.
So Zeb and the kaitiaki here, with bringing the kai to us. Look, we've got bottles of water for the hot, sweaty journey. Lots of muesli bars, lots of sweet things for the kids too, and also sustenance and sugars and stuff to keep us, you know, keep us full of energy. You've got ham rolls, you've got vegetarian rolls, and they've been well received as well. Boxes and boxes. All it means is that we're well resourced and able to take this time together to enjoy to have a joyful and peaceful togetherness over lunch. Yeah, so really special. There we have one of our locals and one of our faves, and the wee one, Ralph. Hey Ralphie, what do you got to say? Thank you, Kaitiaki. Thank you for your time, brother. Much appreciated, eh, guys? We really, really do appreciate your time.
Far North represent.
Far North represent. Awesome, brother. Awesome, bro. Thank you, bro.
Anytime. What I'm here for.
Name?
Matt.
Matt.
Yeah.
Just like to thank Matt and just share the love with him, and as he's sharing the love with us and providing us with the service and the kai and our sustenance. Thank you,
Making
Matt, brother.
semis, bro. Making semis is good.
Making families. How about that?
Defeat these
Beautiful.
These white supremacists. All these bad people.
Wait down here last time. Feed us up.
Beautiful. So you can see we've got the young people here. They're into the kai too, and I'm going to hand the camera back over
Kia ora,
and leave
thank
it
you
to
so
the
much.
professional while I get myself a kai too.
Yes, you do that, brother.
Also, I want to get back in the camera.
Yes, you do got to get back into the camera.
I was running
Thank you.
SLR,
Oh yeah?
Nikon. Big lens out there and the short lenses, but we were doing stuff like the Martinborough Fern-Wide Festival.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We were doing bands up here like Blind Spot. We
Yeah.
did the X-Air competition. We were contracted to Phoenix.
So no criminal activity.
No,
Oh.
I know. It's boring,
It's a lot
isn't
of fun. I can highly recommend. Humour, whānau,
it? You
humour.
got me on that while they were behind and then me in the back.
Yep. It's hard to keep them out of the frame, to be honest.
We need less recording, more people here on the ground. Come through, man, if you lost something. If you got something to gain. If you're Maori, if you're Chinese, Asian, whatever, come through. This is for everyone, everything. So let's ride the wave of Parliament. Let's not be hurt by it. Let's not be crying about it anymore. Get up, dust your shoulders off, put that powder back on and get up on the streets.
Hard out, bro.
Wellington is where the fight is, not Auckland, not Northland, not Southland. Wellington. The laws are made here, so we must get them undone. So come on through if you can't. Come on the weekend if you can't. Come on the reoccupation of Parliament, round 2.
How many of us here no longer have businesses or employment? Yeah. So that's why we've come here. We're people who would like to be running businesses and working, but many of us can't. So if anyone here would like to come and tell their story, you're welcome.
Okay, first one, I actually forgot to mention. I got used to be reasonably close friend who worked for MBIE. And she tried to convince me to do the vaccination for ages, offer all sorts of bribery and help and support. And I just refused to because I did so much research. I know it's not good for us. Just basically wreck our natural immune system and then develop dependency. That's what a big pharma do for years, for decades, and especially for this experimental stuff. And then she was telling me, you're going to die if you don't have it done. That's all my public servants friends told me. You don't do it, you will die when you catch COVID. Well, I had caught COVID actually much later than most vaxxed people. And then I recovered pretty easily, pretty quickly, like old days of a cold or flu. So I didn't die, and heaps many people I know they didn't die. I actually know so many more people is suffer from the injury or even the COVID, the vaccine injury or vaccine death. And to be honest, these people sit in their cubicle, or maybe not cubicle nowadays, in sort of open office or whatever nowadays, working from home by the kitchen bench. And then they were all they thinking about is how do I stop? How do I ruin? Well, they think they're growing business when they're ruining business, ruining economy. I don't even think they believe they are actually helping or growing New Zealand economy and business. They are basically killing a lot of New Zealand small business and local business. And we all see that. The facts and evidence are there. And they are the people, well, we don't really care. Because when we say lockdown for the 2 months or 3 months or forever, we work from home pretty easy and crazy. And the politicians hardly work half a year, half the time of the year, they all got good salary. And they didn't realize a whole lot of business here, when we don't open the door, we don't have any money. The costs keep going out, the rent and all the tax, different kind of rates keep going out, but we don't have income. Okay, I feel really sorry for a whole lot of business here. So I think they can sleep at night, realizing all the traffic light system they develop, how many business and how much economy they kill. I hope they can sleep at night. And another thing is that after this so-called partial mandate drop, I actually think Jacinda just basically pass on the dirty work to the individual business and
Oh no, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a police officer without a mask.
Any better.
But they do exist.
Just now, those mask people or those people still agree with mandate because the government spend millions of dollars brainwashing them with propaganda and the government narrative, and they actually really believe it's the right thing to do, and the mask actually make great difference, which is all lie, because the same people say it worked are the same people who told the government didn't work way before the government pushed for this agenda. So we all know it doesn't work, but I'm not against people want to wear it, because it's a free country, but just don't force us and don't tell us we need to wear it. It's like a vaccine. You believe it, you can have as many booster shots as you like, but I don't want you to tell me I have no right to decide how I want to have this harmful stuff in my body or not, until the government actually admit mistake, apologize. The divide is not going to get better. There are some warrior scientists and there are some warrior Jacinda supporters still walking around trying to police everybody, trying to tell us off, trying to abuse us verbally, to say how stupid and selfish we are. The government need to admit the mistake, need to tell the truth, need to let people know the real fact and real science, and apologize and compensate for all the damage they do to the people. The whole thing is just about a power-hungry government trying to exercise the ultimate control over the population, and then about the following and feeding the corporate greed. And we just cannot comply, cannot follow this. We have to keep fighting until this whole stop. Thank you.
I just want to add one thing, because I think a lot of these people sitting up or watching us will always say to me, you had a choice, or people have a choice. But if you say, do this, or this will happen, that's not a choice, that's an ultimatum.
Okay, Whānau. So we just had a couple of mainstream songs on there. We had a Wagon Wheel and we had Macarena. So we just had a great little dance off here at the Ministry of Business.
One last speaker, and then we're off to our next location.
Kia ora whānau, how are we? Good to be here. Hey, I've been hearing a lot of the chats up here, and I just wanted to go a little bit off topic and just focus on some of the positives that I have experienced in the last 2 years, thanks to everything that's happened. So, kind of a little bit of a game of never have I ever. And previous to what's gone down, never have I ever live streamed.
Absolutely.
In my whole life, never have I ever danced on Parliament steps.
Nice work.
In my life, never have I ever spent my honeymoon with the beehive out my window. Positives everywhere.
Absolutely.
Never have I ever grown many, many garden beds to the importance of actually feeding myself instead of just for the fun of it.
Awesome. Fruit supply's going to run short.
Never have I ever
Picked up someone I met on Facebook to drive them here so that we could both get here.
Yes, Wahine Hare's just mentioned never have I ever picked anyone up on the way to a protest or a gathering to get them here.
Absolutely.
Never have I ever heard anybody get a tattoo on the front side.
Never have I ever heard of someone getting a tattoo at Parliament. Yeah, absolutely. Brother here, he's got one and it's gorgeous. Hey, yeah, never have I ever played ping pong at Parliament. Yeah. Never have I ever listened to the same Hare Krishna song over and over same tune every day for over 3 weeks and not get sick of it.
Absolutely.
All the fun, loving, interesting, intelligent people, new friends.
Never have I ever met such an awesome group of people who just want to spread love and peace and help each other out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's something else? Never have I ever. Never have I ever cried.
I realized I actually come down to the core of the meaning of life. I realized I actually could survive with all those things they try to take away from me.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to, I'm happy. I now have a choice. I can go back to cafe, or friends can shout me coffee or whatever. But all I'm saying is I can survive, I can live without it. Because it comes down to the
Absolutely.
core, we know what really matters in life. Our
Absolutely.
family, the people we love, and sharing love and trust, and not just family, because some family don't want us. Yeah, thank you.
Ka pai. And I just, you've got something?
Never have I ever thought I'd be at a protest, but because for my husband and I, it was such a strong calling because of what we believe in, and to make a decision to come and do something like this, which has affected friendships and family relationships, but we just felt this is just so important to be here.
Absolutely. And another thing I was just thinking, never have I ever trusted a live stream Facebook page more than the mainstream media.
Go figure!
Never have I ever, I've never in my life made a protest sign before.
Really?
So disappointed.
I've been doing it for years.
Believe it or not, I'm not a full-on activist.
Oh my!
We've got one here. What have we got?
Never did I ever think that the institutions that we thought were here to protect us, to look after us, turned out that they stood against us. They beat us.
But you've learnt to trust everyone else.
Never have I ever had police thank me and tell me that they're proud of me.
Wow. Wow. Have you got one too? Yeah, what have you got?
Never have I thought I'd be dancing at home and DJed by Trevor.
Never have I ever had so many memories associated with sausages. We all saw that. I mean, how can you look at sausages the same again, right? They were just coming out about years.
I never ever had to witness the Kiwi ingenuity and the power of fast action, through the Parliament ground, what they did, what Trevor did to us, and how they solved the problem, like those long ruins, and then I was like, well, next day, the hay, or whatever you call it, the grass, over there, and people can walk and can do everything as normal. If you leave it to the government, it'll be like, it will cost quite a few millions. It might take 3 months to have it back to usable stage. And our community, the power of people, I mean, to be honest, if they didn't kick us out like that in such a horrible way, we were talking about if the whole thing, the government dropped the mandate, we will all come back, do the whole thing back to what it was in 2 days. But they didn't give us the opportunity, that's their loss. Absolutely. They have to waste so much money and time and try to make it go back to how it was.
Never have I ever.
Never ever came to the Parliament door.
Amen.
Never have I ever seen lettuces grown in the Parliament grounds to feed the people. Instead, we'll watch them not feed us again.
I will never ever see a plant of goat growing in the Parliament ever again.
Hey now, let's not spread any misinformation here. Are there new plants of Parliament? That probably explains the fences, right?
Hey, we're meant to be scary.
Another thing I have never done, I've never spoken on a microphone in front of such a number of people. I have never heard about a protest one morning and then been in my van with my dog that afternoon travelling 7 hours to get there.
Absolutely.
Never. Never have I hitchhiked from Matamata to Wellington to get to a protest. Yeah. So many positive things. And a few other positive things I've heard that I don't know how much truth is behind it, so please don't take my word as law, everybody. But, hearing with all the passports and the mandates and everything, and also hearing with the housing crisis, everybody trying to get into houses, well, it sort of dawned on me that the banks are going to really be enjoying the fact that nowhere on our bank statements when we apply for a home loan is there going to be a restaurant or a festival or a pub.
Hey! Triple CMA, here we go.
Oh, well, that was quite positive. Yeah, so we might be able to buy houses, we just might not be able to drive cars, right?
Exactly.
That's what I got from that, and all I can do is smile about it. So, just so many things. And the way I keep myself going is to keep focusing on those positive things.
Absolutely.
You know? We've done so much crying, we've done so much emotional hurt, we've done so much trauma. So, just make sure you take care of yourselves and take time to focus on the positives, whatever those might be in any situation. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
That was beautiful, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to go for a walk. I thought we might take a walk past Treasury just to let them know we're watching. We're watching and seeing what they're doing with our money and our economy. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go past there and back to the Civic. And then when we get there, we'll discuss what we're doing there.
I've got my good friend Juliet with me, who has been such an amazing help playing with Jessie, and at the moment she's carrying the tripod for me so I can keep my hands free with the camera and the battery pack. But that was a really good, interesting gathering there at the Ministry of Business. We had a really good dance off to some good music, and had some really interesting speakers. Played a little bit of a game of Never Have I Ever at the end there. If you've got some Never Have I Ever moments, positive moments, please share them with me. Something you've never ever done until COVID and this whole situation went down. What is something positive that's happened? Some of the examples I gave was never have I ever live streamed, never have I ever danced on Parliament stairs, never have I ever stood outside the Ministry of Business and spoken on a loudspeaker. So I'm sure everyone's got some positives out there. Oh wow. All the vehicles that were parked in there. Jason with his cross, I remember interviewing him there. I remember we were accused of having a toilet right there next to the cenotaph. I remember all the beautiful messages that were on those stairs. And those freedom lights. Excuse me, whānau. I remember police rushing down the street. Wow. Didn't expect to get so emotional coming back here. I remember all the police coming out of here in their little marchy formations. I remember joking about how good they were at playing Follow the Leader. So it looks like we've stopped just outside the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. 34 is my head count as at 3 p.m. Probably the only musicianship from Parliament that hasn't rubbed off on me, that I will probably never try and play again in my life, was that god-awful Titanic flute music. Like, what kind of game was that? I have no idea. That was terrible. I will never play that. We're heading back to Civic Square now. Just playing a bit of music along the way, waving a couple of flags, and genuinely being quite happy and smiling. I've got this beautiful Juliet here carrying my tripod for me. Thank you again, Juliet. And I've got Kat just up here who grabbed my laundry that somebody else did for me and my orange juice that I left behind at Civic Square because I just ran after everybody with the camera. Whoops. Still got our lovely escorts across the road there. Understood.
So see you tomorrow or next time.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Have a good night. A couple of protesters just leaving, saying goodbye. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is back at Civic Square when we get back. It might just be a wrap up. So thank you so much guys for watching the lives, and we'll be coming at you again tomorrow morning. Kia ora.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching the protest through the lens of Zeb Jackson. Zeb put out a call yesterday asking for someone with video editing skills to edit her live streams. I thought I'd give it a crack. It's quite a bit of work. It involves going through several hours of live stream footage and then condensing that down into a much shorter video. If you like that type of video and you'd like me to do more of that sort of work, let me know in the comments. I'd like to say a quick thank you to my supporters through buymeacoffee.com. I really appreciate your generosity. Thank you. Finally, go check out Zeb Jackson's page on Facebook. Say hello, tell her you came from John Mills's channel, and check out her live streams. That's it. See you next time.